know she can't beat you, but I'm tired of folks saying that she can beat you. I know they can't. Like, I'd be like, man, that girl is a trained fighter.
And sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I wanna do it. I wanna do some sparring.
On Twitter and put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki or Ivory. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you're gonna train, and I will beat the fuck out of her. Fuck is you talking about? Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, cause what she got so amped up off of is from drugs and alcohol, like no training. This is just natural. Bitch, you train every day. Bitch, you can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and poppers. Bitch, I'm the motherfucking champion around this bitch.
A Christian sister. And people ask me, do I think I can beat her in a fight? I said, do I think or do I know? She needs to be checking her fans and not checking me or trying to clock my teeth, talking about some she used to like me. Girl, you never came to a fight. You never said congrats on a motherfucking world championship. You never mentioned me in a good light. So no, you did not ever like me, and that doesn't matter to me. But to sit here and say you can whoop some ass and you out here popping pills and doing everything you're doing, you're not gonna whoop nobody ass. You need to go to rehab and get that shit out your system. You need help.
Since Tesehki is always the one stirring things up, let's talk about her. She's not simply involved in drama. She has never let a fight end, and now she's giving everyone a front row ticket to one of the most outrageous feuds we've witnessed this year. Here at Star Hush, we offer tea hot with more steam instead of just spilling it. Welcome back. She adopted an audacious position that stunned the internet. She is accused of cuddling up to Papoose and then showing off the whole thing on the internet so Claressa could see it all. One heck of a digital knockout. Claressa has been under 10 since calling Tesehki impolite, phony, and if she ever trains. Like Claressa, she claims that there will be real smoke if she ever sees her in person. She has been telling everyone who would listen that she has the hands and instincts of a natural-born fighter. In precise terms, she says, she better not let me catch her. Unafraid, unflinching, and louder than ever, this isn't just internet chatter. Not a single lady on the planet could touch her or match her vitality, yet she is also loyal to her values. Tesehki has indicated on multiple occasions that Claressa started the conflict by using words instead of fists to make disparaging remarks and make subtle remarks that made Tesehki respond. However, now that Tesehki has exacerbated the matter and placed the nail in the coffin, Claressa is trying to minimize the incident. Users of the internet are split, but there's no denying that Tesehki is the best at mind games, and she doesn't hesitate to compete in person or virtually. While her admirers think Tesehki is just being honest, some are accusing her of being petty.
That's what she said. She's like, she had 100K. She was like, I got 100K for either Tesehki or Ivory. And then the hashtag was like, ain't no street bitch beating me up.
Go back about a year, and you'll discover that Tesehki wasn't just saying, Claressa lit the match that started all this drama. Let's rewind the tape now. All of a sudden, the receipts are accessible to everyone. In a daring social media post, Claressa said she had $10,000 in cash for any woman who thought she might, your nation, state, and city. If you believe that you are bad, then take charge. She was interested in all the smoke, whether you were a professional fighter or just a regular person. You don't print that type of flex for fun, you know. Since it was a direct challenge to the streets, the internet immediately went nuts as soon as the post was published, people began leaving comments, and you are already aware that Tesehki was frequently referenced. Individuals were tagging her with statements such as, yo, this is your fight. You see, Tesehki is more than simply a negative person. She has a switch that, when flipped, may unleash chaos. After a moment of her smiling at you, you wake up in a hospital with a big bill and loose teeth. People were aware of this beforehand, declared that they would spend actual money to witness those two bouts. During her appearance on that interview, Series popped the balloon. Claressa was questioned directly if she still believed she could beat Tesehki. You know what? In no way did Claressa back down. In that scenario, Claressa made it clear that she feels she trains harder, maintains a cleaner lifestyle, and takes the fight game far more seriously than anybody else. Tesehki and all the other women on Baddies couldn't even compare to her. Teki would lose to someone who was built for the sport while being vicious on the streets.
She can't beat you, but I'm tired of folks saying that she can beat you. I know they can't. Like, I be like, man, that girl is a trained fighter.
I appreciate that, but you know what? I got a lot of respect for Tesehki and Krishan. If Tesehki ever wanted to do it, I would do it. But
I know your win, though.
She beating those girls up on Baddies. Them girls ain't
No
never
training.
trained.
Yeah.
They got body work
I know
done.
going.
You already know that when Clarissa's interview tape started, making the rounds, Teki had no intention of keeping quiet. A lot was spoken by Teki, who went live with fire at her fingertips before anyone could refresh their feed.
Only way Claressa would be able to fight me is if I were to be a professional fucking fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and beat the fuck.
To be honest, it's probably best that Claressa didn't get into this kind of problem in the first place, which is when things start to become wild. People were baffled as to why she was out there mocking internet rivalry as if it were open mic night, considering she is an Olympic medalist, a confirmed boxing champion, and a world-class athlete. Despite concentrating on training camps, sponsorship, agreements, and her fighting prowess, Claressa inadvertently became caught up in the bizarre web of street drama. Tesehki wasn't going to let it go, and once Teki saw her as the target, the game was finished. When she was given a place on the Jason Lee show, she took full advantage of the microphone by backtracking, calling Claressa by name, and not using any filters. Combination of words, she said, "I said." As though she couldn't stand to see another woman flourish in the industry, Claressa was acting strangely. With her medals, she thought she was untouchable. "Girl, please respect the sport. But don't come for me like I haven't been through real stuff," Teki said during the game. "You train to fight, I fight to live. There's a big difference."
Twitter and put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki or Ivory. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you gonna train, and I will beat. Fuck you talking about? Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, cause what she got so amped up off of is from drugs and alcohol. Like, no training. This is just natural. Train every day. You can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and poppers. I'm the champion around this bitch.
This was more than simply a dispute. It was something that had been simmering beneath the surface for a minute, and it was evident that Teki had been harboring real hostility toward Claressa. It felt personal, based on her speech, and went beyond a few internet teasing remarks. Claressa had been making little teasing remarks here and there to attract attention, as if she didn't, according to Teki. Take note of her. It's a common saying in the boxing community that a street fighter and a trained professional are not comparable. With Olympic-level skills, years of disciplined training, and certified belts to show it, Claressa has risen to the pinnacle of the sport. But Tesehki's bouts are usually stopped by security before they even begin. Teki didn't understand that my sole concentration is on boxing acts. She declared that she would wipe the floor with Claressa rather than just compete against her in the ring because she respects her unadulterated strength, reflexes, and unbridled anger, as well as her survival skills, which no training camp can provide. However, that didn't deter her in the least because Teki has been adamant that it would end if she had Claressa's full athletic setup, coaching standards, and resources.
Killer. Natural born trained killer. So if I really went and trained and sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I wanna do it. I wanna do some sparring. Because like all the sparring that you guys see me doing on Baddies and the fights that people see me do when I was a child, that all was just natural. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get me some professional.
The majority of celebrities engage in drama on a daily basis and prolong it. But this time, Claressa took Teki's words seriously and didn't sugarcoat them. She may have continued after dismissing it as just another online dispute. Rather than scoffing or even going silent, Claressa retaliated. Without more delay, she told Tesehki to meet her in the ring and tossed $300,000 in real money about. This is real money, folks, not spare change. We were surprised to hear that it was Clarissa's way of saying, "Here's your chance if you truly believe you can hang with me," rather than just a flex. No chat, no Twitter, just lights and gloves. Everyone started talking about fans on all platforms, the sports industry, and entertainment blogs.
I'll make another one. I'm gonna put, who do you think I should fight? Who do you think will give me a better fight out of these two women here? And I'm gonna put me in the middle. I'm gonna put me in the middle, and I'm gonna put Krishan's sister on one side, and I'm probably gonna put Ivory on the other side, or I'm gonna...
Let's be honest. Tesehki said what she said, but did a world champion really need to engage in all of this back and forth? Claressa was told by many supporters that she was going too far. Things like, "Why are you pressed over some reality show girl?" were among the nasty remarks. Your title should be your first concern. Yet Claressa responded to the criticism by saying that she felt extremely disrespected, indicating that she could not stand it any longer. She said that the only reason she was behaving this way was because Tesehki, or Dashiki as she called her, had been severely criticizing her online. Because it jeopardizes her pride, she declared that she will not just dismiss criticism of her within her fists. Tesehki had other ideas, so her next move was surprising. Baby. An image that Tesehki posted a few days ago went viral online. Papoose was the individual in the photo. Yes, that Papoose is the same individual. The man that nearly led to Claressa and Remy Ma's disagreement is the one that Claressa is openly dating. After sharing the selection, Tesehki commented, "Ciao. Your ninja knows who the champ is, my master." That line right there, Brig. Despite being a single image, the message was clear and the emotion was vivid. Astonished, everyone murmured. Some grinned, some gasped. With a single stroke, it was displaying power, swagger, and shade. Toki is able to get what she wants when she wants it, so Claressa should quit playing games before taking action. Everything. And if reports are to be accepted, everyone was making a statement with that movie, not just a coincidence or a casual relationship. Tesehki didn't offer her pick only to shake things up. She wanted Claressa to experience the personal and boisterous. Look, even though Claressa has the training, the medals, and the belts, Tesehki won this time without even hitting. Rather than putting on gloves or exerting herself, she just dropped a pic and tapped one finger on the phone, penned a nasty caption, and then something terrible happened. It was a power play straight out of the Petty Hall of Fame, and behind the scenes, sources say that Claressa was angry because Tesehki made her look weak in front of the internet, not because she had attacked her. Claressa attempted to swiftly overcome the hurt by replying with a post of her own, but it was a profound cut for someone who based her entire reputation on being tough and untouchable. She posted a picture of herself with Papoose with the remark, "Good morning to my man and my man only," as if nothing had changed. In the end, who was that kid? Despite her best efforts to downplay the damage and seem indifferent, it was obvious that it was a digital SOS. She kept posting more shade and subliminals, and she even started pestering individuals behind the scenes to get Tesehki to comply. To the battle as quickly as possible. Claressa tried to set up the battle herself by calling people and messaging insiders since she was so stressed. Fans, however, are beginning to attack her for all of this. On social media, others are merely stating that she is overdoing it, and some are confused as to why a well-known expert like Claressa is even making fun of herself. They question, why is she focusing so much on Shay? Because, let's be honest, it appears to be more of a pride issue than a boxing one. After just 30 seconds of meeting them, some people have already started acting like they know everything, being dramatic, insulting Tesehki, and skulking around with other people's men. At this point, the internet is asking the actual question, is Claressa attempting to defend her reputation, or is she merely pursuing influence? Supporters are starting to become really tired of the slippery shade that emanates from some sources. Claressa Shields is a true champion who has been trained, tested, and awarded. Nobody is going to take that away from her. But let's not act as though Tesehki isn't ready for combat on her own. She came into the fight with true instincts and street smarts that you can't acquire in a gym. Wow. If she had access to the same resources and the same kind of elite training that Claressa has had for years. Another story, sincere dialogue. Some fans think Claressa's recent aggressive behavior is envy masquerading as rivalry, while others think she's just not used to someone who doesn't back down. Anyway, it's been crazy to see, but now we want to know if you believe that if Claressa trained like a pro, Tesehki could really win. Put a stop to the ring and prove their suspicions. Leave a comment below with your opinions. We are keeping an eye on everything. Remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons so you don't miss a second of this fire. More drama is on the horizon, and I assure you that you won't want to miss it. See you later.